My name is Hal Stolz, and I'm delighted to be inducted into the Aquatic Hall of Fame. I was born in Columbia, South Carolina in 1934, so I'm 80 years old. Well, I started swimming down at the Lucky Street YMCA. My brother was on a team down there, and I had just finished high school freshman football and didn't have a sport, and he told me to come down, and I said I didn't want to, but he insisted that I do, and I went down and I worked out, and I wasn't very good. I was a freestyler, and so one day I told him, I said, he was my coach, by the way, I said, I'm tired of swimming freestyle. Can I swim butterfly? And he looked at me and he said, you can't butterfly. And I said, yeah, I can. I've been watching that fellow over there do butterfly, and I think I can do it. He said, okay. And so it was in a 20-yard pool, which was the big pool at the Y. Anyhow, I took off and I swam 40 yards down and back butterfly. And he looked at the watch, and I have no idea what it was, but he said, you can't swim that fast. And I said, okay. He said, do it again. And I swam again. And he looked down at his watch, and he looked at me and he said, you're a butterflyer. The first race I swam in high school, I swam as a freshman. I swam the 100 breaststroke in the Georgia state championships and got second behind a fellow from GMA. And he graduated and was gone. And the next year I broke his record. And that was in '50 when I broke his record as a sophomore. I broke it as a junior, but not in that meet. And I think that's what they're saying, that I broke the record twice, but I actually broke it when I was a junior and when I was a senior. So I broke it 3 times. In 1955, I was the champion, expected to win any race that I swam breaststroke or butterfly in the SEC. But we were trying to win the SEC. And the coach, Dr. Gabrielson, had figured out a way he could beat Florida. And so I swam the 2 breaststroke events, and then I swam the medley relay. And we ended up beating Florida by 3 points in the SEC. Swimming has just been everything to me. It's been everything to both my brother and I. We both are master swimmers now, and both swam in college, and he didn't swim in high school, but before then. And it's just been everything. There's nothing like swimming. And it seems like it's the same way now with the younger people as it was when we were the younger people. And it's the same with us older people too. We have our group, you know, and we kind of stick together a little bit, and we swim against the same people all the time in the master's program, and it's a wonderful thing. I work out up in LJ by myself. I have no coach, and I haven't had in almost all my master's program. I haven't had a coach or a team to work out with. I've just been by myself. When I would start up with a master's program, I wanted to get it as good as I could, as fast as I could, and win national titles. And so that's what stimulates you to do it. You get your national titles, you get records, you do, you know, certificates and stuff like that. It's the same thing, that just you want to win. You love to win, and you want to win, and so that's what inspires me in swimming. What I'm most proud of in the master's program right now is that back in 2013, I went to the Pan American Championships in Sarasota, and was swimming in the 75 to 79-year-old age group, and I was 79, so I was at the top of my age group, which in master swimming is not a good thing. Anyhow, I swam the 100 breaststroke, and I swam the butterflies too, but I swam the 100 breaststroke, and I was right behind the fellow who won. He was 75, and I was right on his shoulder. I was just right there with him the whole race. And I was very pleased with the time I did then. And I said to myself when I finished that race, I said, in the World Championships in Montreal in 2014, This time will get me in the top 3 in the 80 to 84-year-old. That's what I've got to aim for. And so in 2014, I had a real goal, the World Championships that I was shooting for. And I worked harder than I've ever worked before. It may not sound like a lot to the swimmers nowadays, but I was doing about 25,000 meters, not meters, yards, a week. And that's an awful lot for a master swimmer. And I worked and worked and worked. And I didn't get a chance to swim the long course 100 meters again until Greenville in 2014, which was only a month away from the World Championships. And I swam it, and lo and behold, I was a second and a half faster than I was at the Pan Am Games. Again, that's very unusual for a master swimmer. Usually, as you get older, each year you lose some, and you know you're going to. Well, I didn't lose anything, I gained some. And so I said to myself at that time, I'm not going for a place in the world. I'm going for #1 in the 100 breaststroke. And I accomplished that. I won the 100 breaststroke. I got second in the 200 breaststroke, second in the 100 butterfly, and second in the 200 butterfly. So I think I did pretty well in the World Championships. I guess probably the only thing that we haven't talked about, except we mentioned it right off to begin with, is that I'm a veterinarian and am still in practice. I'm kind of in a strange practice in that I only work 3 days, and then another fellow comes in and works 3 days, and we limit what we do in our practice. We don't do everything anymore. We only do what we like to do. So we enjoy it thoroughly, and we have a lot of time to spend with our clients.